In today's episode, we get to work on the post office and build a house at our base here on the Ripple Effect. Hello everybody, I'm CarlRyds and welcome to episode 15 from season 3 on the Ripple Effect server. You join me here in our Nether Hub, where we're going to be working in today's episode. And I want to work over here in the post office. Now, my original plan was to turn this area into the post office, but no one really goes to spawn anymore. And these farms have been replaced pretty much with better XP farms like the Ender, Wither Skull farms and villagers and all that kind of stuff. So no one really comes in here anymore, and our temporary post office really doesn't get used. So what I want to do instead is put a post office in each of the 4 tunnels. So we have our north tunnel, we have our east tunnel, our south tunnel, and our what? What? Who has desecrated my beautiful maps? This is absurd. This is going to take some investigation to find out who on this server has vandalized my maps. In the meantime, I'm just going to blame Albany. But regardless of the vandalism, I'm going to put a post office in each of the 4 tunnels. And I'm going to start in this tunnel over here. This is the north tunnel, and this is the one that I have taken on to design. So this is the design I've come up with. Because there's not too many people down here, it's basically just spawn and shops. It's gaming, Christmas, Eosaur, and me. So I've kind of based it on kind of mine and Eosaur's kind of areas. Because mine's got like the warp trees and the quartz and stuff. And Eosaur's got a ocean monument. So that's the prismarine in the middle there. And I think this is actually a really cool design. It's very similar to the one over on the other tunnel over there. It's sort of layout, but the block palette is very different. And this is half slabs rather than glass. So I think it looks really cool. Duds came over and helped me do a bit of this the other day. And I need to continue it all the way down there. Because I live in the middle of nowhere. Because mushroom islands are very, very rare. But this is not what we're here to do today. We are here to put in a post office in each of these tunnels. And I want to incorporate these books as well that tell people where things are in the tunnels. And I want to obviously have mailboxes as well. So I've got a design in mind. I just need to collect some resources. And let's get started. Put that up. That's better. That's how it's supposed to be. And I shall keep this as Exhibit A in my investigation. But since the time lapse we have completed all 4 of our post offices. This is the West Tunnel post office, and Albany has some really important mail in his mailbox, as our staff over here like to drop little presents, and I like to give them to Albany. Because I'm such a nice guy, what can I say? We also have the post office done here in the South Tunnel. And the East Tunnel as well has its post office in place. I believe that I have some mail in my mailbox. I do indeed. I have one of our very sought after eggs, the remaining concrete from the farm, one of my empty shulkers, and Duds has also given me a stack of shulker shells. Thank you very much, Duds, because I have definitely run out of shulker boxes now with all the shulker loaders I've been building over at my base. I want to show you guys how the redstone works for these post offices, so I'll just break through here. Now this is the back of the South Tunnel's post office, and these are the barrels, of course, so this one's not in use. We've got Croc, we've got Danube's, all the guys down there. So these are the lights. So we're taking a comparator output from the barrel. We're then sending that into a torch and into another torch, into a sticky piston with a redstone block that goes across and powers this repeater here, that powers the target block and turns the light on. Now we need to do it this way, because if we try and power the lights directly, you'll end up with several lights on instead. Now this might not seem like really difficult redstone, but I had an afternoon where my internet wasn't on and I needed to design the system, didn't have access to tutorials. So I decided to give it a go myself, and I actually managed to do redstone. We can actually see this working, so if we put a netherrack in here, you'll see that the comparator comes on, this torch goes off, this torch goes on, the sticky piston gets extended, the redstone block powers the repeater, that powers the target block, that powers the light. If we take it off, everything retracts, and that one is now empty, so everyone knows when they've got mail. But now we are going to head over to our tree farm area, where Duds has completed the build. And there we have it, the build is done. Duds has put in some armor stand scenes around the area as well, looking awesome. And here we have it. He's put in a lot of this decoration. I came over the other night and helped him out with some of this as well, but this is mainly all of his work, so GG to Duds. It looks absolutely amazing. This is our storage system. So we have our oak, spruce, we have our birch, and our jungle as well here. That obviously comes from the pit there through hoppers and an item elevator and all that good stuff. And this is the farm in the middle right here. I love the lighting in this place. It looks absolutely amazing. I came over and did a little pixel art of an oak sapling there as well, and I think that came out pretty well and helps to bring the room together. We also have this guy right here. This is Frank, and he is either 49, 50 or 51. We're not really sure which month he was born, but he owned the tree plant here before me and Duds took it over. Unfortunately, he passed away when he fell into the machine and got blown up by the TNT duper. R.I.P. Frank, you will be missed. But yeah, this place looks absolutely amazing. I love the fact that Duds use iron bars here rather than glass to kind of cover it up. I think having this kind of open area is really, really good. But I guess for Frank, it wasn't that great. So I hope you guys love this build as much as I do. Go and check out Duds in the video description and in the cards to see how this room came together. But now we're going to head back to the base because I want to do some building. Remember how I said this in an earlier episode? But we'll also have normal houses mixed in as well, and they will be a lot less square. Well, I sort of told a porcupine. Mainly because I can't build in anything other than squares, it seems. And when I tried to, it didn't really fit in with the base theme either. So instead, we've got this area here. Now, the buildings are not as square as this looks. This is just the outline of the area. There is a bit more to them than that, but they are a lot squarer than I was anticipating them to be. But I think they're still going to come out pretty well anyway. So without any further ado, let's get replay mod on and let's get started. And there we have it. The building is in, and I've also put in this path as well, down from our main sort of town square area here down to the house. So if we go inside, it's not that big in here. This is sort of the bedroom area upstairs, but I think it's big enough for what we need. Now, this is all the resources I'm going to need for the building itself. So I'm going to grab the ones that I need for the living room and let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is put in a little shelf up here. We're going to put our flower pot on there, and we're also going to put a lantern as well. And of course, we need one of our lovely blue orchids in there as well. Next, we need a little seating area. So we're going to have 2 seats right there. We also need a little table as well to put our drinks on and that. And on this side, we need a television. So to do that, we are going to use some dark oak trap doors right there. And that is scary. Let's get another block right here just to stop us getting the big ones there. So if we do that, probably not the creeper one. Nope. Which one shall... Oh. That's the one that I wanted. The nice scene right there. And in the window right here, we are going to have an armor stand that we're going to put some backup gear on as well. There's going to be a few of these buildings throughout the base. There's going to be a couple over on that side as well. So we'll always have access to backup gear if we need it. Next up, we are going to work on the kitchen. So we're going to put in a furnace. We're going to put in a cauldron. And we're going to put in 2 blocks right here as well. And they are going to act as a lovely fridge for our kitchen here as well. We're going to get ourselves a tripwire and a water bucket, because obviously we need to fill the cauldron up, and bob that on there as a tap as well. We're going to add in a detector rail on top of the furnace, so it looks like a kind of grill area. And we're going to take out these 2 right here as well and change them out for smooth quartz. Put in our little extractor hood for our grill and a button there as well. Next, we're going to take these 2 out and put in some barrels. So we've got a little bit of storage in our little kitchenette area right here. If we go up the twisty vines to our bedroom area, we can start in here. So we're going to have a little bit of a headboard right there and a barrel for a little bit of storage. We also need our flower pot on there. and our grey carpet as well. We'll put in our blue orchid. And now we can put in our bed as well. So put that right there and put in a spruce trapdoor at the end as well. So there's not a lot to this room just because it is so small, but it's good enough for a bedroom. And there we have it. That is our full house done. We have our living room, our kitchen, and our bedroom as well. And I think it looks absolutely amazing from the outside as well. The bed in our storage room right here was very temporary, so I'm going to remove that so I'm not tempted to be lazy and just sleep in here, and instead use the bedroom in our brand new house over there. But now we are going to make a very quick pit stop over at the shopping district. A quick stop over here at the shopping district because I've added some more products to my vending machines. I've added in the fire resistance potions that I get from the piglins. So they're 1 diamond for free. So you can take either 3 of these ones or you can take 2 of these and 1 splash. It's totally up to you. Mix and match on these. We also have the spectral arrows as well. 1 diamond for 3 stacks. People who want to try those out because I absolutely love them. And we've also got golden carrots that we've made a sale of as well. And we've also made some big sales on the gold blocks as well. So I need to come and replenish this. But I think maybe that'll do for now, maybe. We've also had an Ender Pass sale from Link as well. So thank you very much for that, Link. Don't know where to put anything. It's just going to stay there for now. We have also sold some Blackstone as well. So that needs refilling. And that is again from Link. Link has been a really good customer recently. So thank you very much, Link, for all of the sales. But now we're going to head back to the base. Just on our way back from the shopping district, I want to go via my post box because the noobs has delivered some shulker boxes of warped blocks for me that I asked him for. Because I use these a lot in my base and also in my Nether Tunnel as well. And farming them when you don't have a tree farm that does the warp blocks is very, very annoying. And for that, we are going to pay the noobs a diamond for each stack of these warp blocks. So that is 64 and 44, so that is 108 diamonds altogether. And hopefully all those warp blocks will keep me going for the rest of the season, with each of my buildings needing them and my tunnel as well. Back over here at the base, I don't want to start building anything else because we're getting quite late in this episode. But what I do want to do is talk about the future of the base right here. We're up to episode 15, so I think this is a good time to take stock of where we are and what we've got left to do here at the base. So on your screen right now is a overview of what I want this base to look like when it's finished. So you'll see on there that we have the H's, that is where the houses will be, the one that we built earlier in today's episode. We have all the green buildings, which are brand new farming buildings. So at the top we have what is supposed to be a carrot, and that's sort of like our carrot farm for our golden carrots that we're selling, and also a little wheat farm and things like that. Just underneath that, you'll see a building called Stone. That is where I'm going to have my stone masons for all the quartz that I need. And we're going to be building that in the next episode because I need a lot of quartz to do the paths and everything in the buildings as well. Just underneath that is the smeltery. Now, arguably, I should have done the smeltery before I started the maps district because of the amount of glass that's needed for that area, but, you know, planning. Just to the right of the smeltery, there's another house right there, and then our concrete making machine. And just above that to the right is going to be a very small cactus farm. And just above that is going to be the Neverwort farm that is going to be connected to our potion brewing building. That's going to supply the Neverwort for the potions, of course. And at the bottom there, just near the iron farm, is going to be another one of our houses. And of course, we have all of the paths and things to do as well, similar to the ones that we have here, with our blackstone, concrete, wool, coal blocks, basalt, everything that we need for them as well. So that's the plan. That is the plan for the base. Now, obviously, we do have a couple of islands dotted around. There's one over there as well that we can't see out of render distance, and one there as well. So they're going to need things putting on them as well. I might do something similar to what I did over there, or we might turn them into, if they're outside of the bio, we might turn them into a mob farm, something like that. So basically, there is a lot to do still over here at the base, and I want to get these buildings done, and we're going to start that in the next episode. However, right now, we do have all of these warp blocks, and I'm feeling quite inspired to get my Nether Tunnel done. So to end today's episode, let's get this tunnel finished. And there we have it, everybody. The tunnel is done right to the end here at the North Tunnel. It goes all the way down here to my base area, which is in the middle of nowhere, as we know, and that is my gas farm. You can hear them screaming because I'm on a mushroom island, and it's all the way over here, and we come down here to our bartering farm, of course. Now, I was gonna time-lapse me building that tunnel, and I did time-lapse it, and it was incredibly boring, so I cut it out the video. But I am really glad that it's done. It's something that I've been putting off for literally months now here on the server, because placing all of these warp blocks is an absolute pain, and without the noobs, I wouldn't have mined them all anyway, because I'm incredibly lazy when it comes to grind sometimes. But that is going to do us for today's episode. Between now and next episode, we should have updated to 1.17, so hopefully we can incorporate some of the new blocks into our base. Speaking of the base, between episodes, I'm going to build up the stonemason building so we can get started on the interior. But that's going to do us for today. If you like the episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.